I think he's saying something's over there.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
What's going on? Why did the weather change all of a sudden?
The snow's gone, and it doesn't even feel cold anymore. Just what's going on? What is this place?
I see something big farther in. Is that a Zookle? No, an owl?
Hoodle doesn't seem too wary, so it's probably not hostile.
Let's go see what's up then. Stay sharp.
I don't get it. Why has it suddenly started giving us things?
Hey, is that owl beckoning us over?
I think it is. It's the owl we rescued before.
Then maybe that's what the gifts are all about. It's thanking us for saving its friend.
This one isn't just bigger than Hoodle, though. Something about it seems almost regal. Don't you think?
What if it was the king of the owls?
Would that make the other one the queen?
You think so?
Yes, they're clearly a pair.
Is this some kind of owl sanctuary?
It's such a big place, though. I wonder if those two were living here all alone until we rescued that owl.
I thought no other owls existed, but here they are. And a king and queen by the looks of them. You never know what other ones might be out there until we look for them. It's not like you were searching the whole world over yourself, right, Rinwell?
Well, I mean, yeah. I guess you've got a point. Hey, Hoodle. How about we find more of your friends and tell them about this place? It can be a little side mission on our trip, if that's okay.
It's fine with me. We'll find as many as we can.
Thank you. Oh,
Rinwell?
it's nothing. Don't mind me. Ready to move on? I think Hootle senses an owl around here.
So the guys we saw back in Messia were Snake Eyes, and your group fighting them is...
The Silver Swords. Heck, we even have members working within the Snake Eyes gathering intel for us.
Sounds like it involves a lot of double-crossing.
It does, but it keeps us alive. This will be a delicious piece of
Swordling Alpha! You picked the wrong fight!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Swordling Alpha!
Light astral energy! I'm ready! These ones
Here I
can run
come!
rings around
It's
us!
over!
Mega ray!
Here I come!
Lightning condemn! Freezing storm! Photon! Lightning
Here I come!
condemn! Ice
It's
tornado!
over!
Thunderblade! This is it!
You're
Reload!
We managed to pull through.
no choice!
None shall escape
Severing
my
wind!
judgment! Spread!
Wind!
Dance in the wind! Ray!
Swordling Alpha!
Airborne
You're
beast.
finished!
My spec.
Don't mind if I do!
Here I come! We've got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
It's over! All yours!
Lightning condemned!
Here I come!
Thunder!
Looks like it could be worth something. I won't forgive you!
You're finished!
Dance in the wind!
Swordling Alpha! It's on!
I'll be saving this one! I'm out of
Burn!
ammo! It's like trying to keep up with a wolf!
You're mine!
Raging cascade!
Swordling Alpha!
Spread!
Take it!
Gemini Aqua!
Severing wind!
Do it! Light ash lightning condemned!
Take it!
Gemini Aqua! Cover the character!
Swordling Alpha!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind.
Rinwell. Hey, Rinwell!
What are you doing here? If the Snake Eyes spot you here, they'll...
So you did make it back alive. Man, am I glad to see you safe.
Barely. When we all got separated, I thought...
They're fine. They all got back in one piece. Well, a Zoogle took a bite out of two of our guys, but what matters is you're safe. So, you gonna introduce me?
Meet Alphen and Shion. I brought them with me from Calaglia.
You mean you made it to Calaglia? Wait, this is it? Just the two of them? Where's the rest?
Well, it's kind of a long story. It's best if I fill everyone in at once.
Your call, Rinwell. But everyone will be dying to know. We better get back as soon as we can. Use this passage whenever you need to go in or out of the city. Stay away from the front gate, whatever you do.
Right, here
Use
goes!
a healing art! Rain for
Wind!
rain!
You're on!
Dance in the wind!
You're mine!
Sleep
You're
now!
finished!
Reload! I'm not so good with airborne
Here I
targets.
come!
I'm out! Focus to the front!
Wind! We've got flyers!
I've got
You're
this!
on!
Let a marksman handle it!
No escape!
We can't...
All yours!
This one's mine! Well, looky here!
I won't forgive you!
Take it! Severing wind!
Here goes!
You're on!
Come in handy.
Slash!
Firmament None shall escape my judgment!
Here I come! Ah! Wind!
My astral
Next!
energy!
It's on! Take it!
Firmament Ranger!
Ah!
Instant!
Swordling
Arrow
Alpha!
Squall! Mega Ray! There's more where that came from. Let's dispose
dispose of the trash.
You picked the wrong fight! Severing wind! Soda! Rising Phoenix! I'll take you all on!
You're most comfortable at a range, aren't you?
I'm not really built for close quarters combat.
Nor am I. Don't worry, I'll help you keep away from. These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart.
Astral energy! Full throttle!
I can feel my precision improving.
Hey, new equipment!
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it. I won't forgive you!
Wind! Soda!
Burning
Rising Phoenix!
None shall
Here I
escape
come!
my judgment!
Cut! Ignite! Drink! Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart.
First aid!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Out of our way!
I'll never miss!
I'm not done!
In here!
Severing wind!
This'll come in handy.
Sword Rain Alpha!
This works! Who wants
Sword
to
Rain
run
Alpha!
Lightning condensed!
Here I come!
Thunder flame! Hear me! Flail fury!
Take
Burning
this!
strike!
Mirage!
Dance in the wind!
Here I come!
Study
It's
an
over!
instant!
It's
Not on
on!
my watch!
Take this!
Sweet dreams!
Severing wind!
So those are Dan and Astral Arts.
Something you want to say?
Not so long as you keep them pointed toward the end.
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
This'll be a delicious piece of cake!
Swallow Blade! Try this!
Thank you.
Lightning
condensed! A freezing
Sword Rain Alpha! No escape!
Ice tornado!
There! Severing wind!
Here, let
Here
me
I
help.
come!
First aid! Dance in the wind!
No escape!
In here! Cyan instant!
No escape!
Light astral energy!
Burn!
I felt better. That... for sure.
I won't forgive you!
Only getting
Be
started.
still! Take this!
Squall!
Dazzle! Mirage!
They're attacking from behind! Reload! In the wind!
It's over!
Tearing now!
Destruction! My turn! Saya! You're finished!
Where are you going?
Here I come!
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
Right, here goes! Destruction! Dazzle! Rise damage!
In here!
Dazzle!
Here's a hero!
Mirage!
First aid!
I'm not done! Destruction!
One more pop now!
Rigor!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Okay, off we go. How do the Renans not know about this secret route of yours?
Cisloden's an old city. It's littered with pathways that people have long forgotten. But keep your voice down. We don't know how long this route will stay hidden. Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
So this is Cisloden, capital city of Cislodia.
Be careful. You never know where Snake Eyes or their informants are lurking. We're basically walking into a Zoogl's den here. Looks like we've spotted one of Hootle's friends.
Rinwell!
Dragon!
Shh! It's good to see you. Who's this?
They're with me.
If you say so. Come on, Menek's waiting. We can talk in there.
The name's Menek, leader of the Silver Swords. And I wish I could extend my warmest welcome to you all, but if my eyes don't deceive me, you appear to have a Renan in your midst. If she is your prisoner, that's a rather loose leash you have her on.
She's not a prisoner.
So why do I get the feeling there's a rat about the house? No offense intended. See, I've grown comfortable with the likely outcome I'll be stabbed in the back. But stabbed in the front?
We risked our lives just to get here, sir. If you want to send her away, fine. But you'll lose me too.
I see. Trust is in about as short supply as light around these parts, and mine more than anyone's. But I'll choose to believe you. Forgive my manners. You must be tired after such an arduous journey. But to business. We need your strength. The Snake Eyes' grip on the city tightens by the day. Our people are suffocating out there. Hence the scouts I sent to find help. We're at the end of our tether here.
That's why we're here, to help. We've got the firepower to do it, too. But first, we've got some urgent business to take care of.
I see. So your leader is in need of rescuing.
It's none of your concern. We get that. But
It's coming to our aid that got you into this mess in the first place. You can count on us. Just as long as you help us with our problem afterwards. If he's been arrested by the Snake Eyes, as you say, then there's a good chance he's being interrogated over at their headquarters. Either that, or he's being put to work over at the Floodlights. First priority is finding out where he is. If you're planning on tagging along, Rinwell will show you the way. Just make sure to keep a low profile. Remember, it's not just the Snake Eyes. Hostiles lurk among the villagers, too. This leader of yours, he must be quite the inspiration for you to go to such lengths for him. I look forward to meeting him someday.
all right, let's head into town and see what the fuss is.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Have you and Menek known each other for long, Rinwell?
No, not really. I haven't been with the Silver Swords for all that long, truth be told. He's a smart guy, but he's also deeply suspicious of other people. I can understand, since that's how you get to survive around here.
Really? I could tell he was wary of us at first, but he seemed to warm up to us pretty quickly once we talked to him.
Yeah, that's pretty unusual for him. I think that's a sign of how desperate things have become. In my case, it took a long time for him to start trusting me. But then again, I kinda get where he's coming from. You never know who might betray the group, or when the Snake Eyes might be watching.
What made you join up with the Silver Swords in the first place? This wasn't your hometown, so... was it the Snake Eyes who...
No, it wasn't them. Actually, we shouldn't stand around talking. People will start to suspect us. Let's keep moving.
So that's where those beams of light have been coming from.
Right. Any Danans accused of dissent against Cyslodia's lord are rounded up and brought here, then put to work. It's a fierce deterrent.
And you think Zephyr might be in there with them?
I want to see what the lights are all pointing towards. Take us there.
Damn, you can see where the floodlights converge from all the way over here.
Be careful. If anyone's even a little suspicious of us, they'll report us immediately.
Right. It's not just Snake Eyes we need to watch out for, but other Danans too. Still, there are a fair amount of people out on the streets. Isn't it safer to stay at home?
That's the thing. If you stay cooped up too long, people start to suspect you're hiding something. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
So people feel like they have no choice but to turn others in so they don't get in trouble. What a miserable way to live. At the very least, we should probably go someplace where there aren't so many Shion!
We already stick out here like a sore thumb as it is. So I think it's better if we just walk confidently out in the open. Don't look anxious. Just walk firmly and look like you have a destination in mind.
What, is sticking to the plan too much of a hassle for her? This is why Renans are the worst.
I don't know if it's a Renan thing or not, but she does have a point. Anyway, we're not gonna get anywhere just standing around. Let's follow after her.
Everybody walking. Around looks so depressed.
Can you blame them? They live under the cover of darkness day and night. That's bound to wear you down.
Not to mention all the snake eyes roaming around. Laughing, talking too loud, or just about anything that makes... to stand out can get you killed.
Hey!
No.
Hey.
Hmm?
Why, you...
Huh? Why you?
Sorry.
A spirit vessel. I thought as much. So they're pumping it full of light.
No, not light. Astral energy. Of course. No wonder this realm's so dark. It's as though there's a pall over the sky even during the day.
Except it isn't dark. Not really. The light's just being diverted.
Diverted?
Suck up all the light, and all that's left over is darkness.
What's the difference?
Darkness exists as an actual element of astral energy, just like light does. Didn't you know that? Let me break it down for you. Astral energy exists as different elements. There's earth, water, fire, and wind, as well as light and darkness. But dark astral energy only exists on Rena, and light astral energy on Dana. So, dark energy isn't harvested as part of the crown contest.
She's right. It's the same reason why I can't wield dark energy, and similarly, why no Renans can use light energy either.
The only exception to that rule on the Renan end is likely the Lord here, who has the Light Master core.
Whatever the case, it looks like they're collecting light here the same way they were fire back in Calaglia.
From what I hear, there used to be a proper day and night cycle in Cyslodia ages ago, but apparently, over the last 300 years, the darkness spread from Cysloden and covered the whole realm.
That's crazy. I Can't believe the Renans found a way to steal even our own damn light.
We shouldn't linger. Let's keep moving before someone spots us.
Wandering around blindly is getting us nowhere. The Snake Eyes have the information we need, but we can't just ask for it. So what if we sneak in and take it instead?
I wasn't aware you knew how to be sneaky.
Hey, look over there!
That's Zephyr's son, Law. I don't know. Something doesn't feel right about all this.
Are you kidding? He's practically gift-wrapped for us.
Hey, what are you?
I remember you. What do you want?
We don't mean you any harm. We just want to talk quietly. Deal?
Make it quick.
Where are you keeping Zephyr? We're here to rescue him.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Isn't he your father?
Oh yeah, easy to forget that. After he abandoned me.
Abandoned?
It's the truth. All my old man ever cared about was sticking it to the Bright Eyes. He never even made it to Mom's funeral.
So you become an agent for the local lord?
You got a problem with that? You're not exactly one to talk, keeping company with a Renan woman. You think you know her, but wait until she has a choice between you and her people. I may have become an agent for the Renans, but at least I'm here trying to soothe the agony of my people from the inside. What's your excuse?
I don't buy it. No. You're running because you're scared. You think you're the only one who's had to suffer?
What the hell do you know, you— Ow! What the— Damn you!
Word to the wise, people like you
Enough!
make me—
Look, I don't know what happened between you and your father. But what I do know is that when you fought back at the village, he wouldn't raise a hand to strike you. I've never seen Zephyr back down from a fight. But he could never hurt his own son. And when he said he was staying behind, I think it was because he wasn't willing to abandon you. If you know anything, then tell us, please.
I don't know where they're keeping my dad now. All I've heard is that they're going to publicly execute him in the plaza in front of headquarters.
Execute?
Thank you. You did the right thing.
Why are you so determined to help my father?
Zephyr is the reason I took up the sword. He taught me how to think for myself. And I want to learn more.
If they're going to execute him in the plaza—
So I get that you perform a certain type of astral arts, but why does your magic look so different from what Renans use? Is it a different source or something?
I'm not exactly an expert on how Renans cast magic, but we both manipulate astral energy to create it. We just channel that energy in different ways.
Like how you chant your spells, whereas they throw out those weird symbols?
Yeah, and just like how there are different ways to use a sword, there are elemental differences between us too. For example, light is only in Dana, and darkness is only in Rena.
Ah, alright, that makes sense. So let me ask, does that mean you can't use any dark magic at all? Or that they're just more attuned to it?
Basically not at all, since I don't have any dark energy inside my body. There might be an indirect way to tap into it, but I wouldn't know. I didn't learn everything that my family knew about magic, so it's hard for me to say for sure.
Fair enough. Thanks for teaching me all that. I really do appreciate it.
Sure thing. Wait, there are way too many snake eyes up ahead.
So, you made it back in one piece. No promising leads unearthed on this end, I'm afraid. It may take a little longer.
We got our own lead, but it's not good. They're planning to execute Zephyr in the plaza in front of the Snake Eyes headquarters. And soon.
They're going to what? I've never known them to move so fast. They must believe he poses a grave threat.
We have to break him out. We could really use your help.
Not gonna be easy, but I'm sure we can think of something. If they're staging it in the plaza, there's bound to be an announcement beforehand. Which means if we can...
Snake Eyes! They've got us surrounded!
Damn! I knew we shouldn't have trusted!
Save it! In position, everyone! Repel them!
Use us, Mennick. We've got your back.
No. You need to get out of here now. Brinwell, you know what to do.
Underground waterway to the rear. On it.
But...
No discussions. You didn't make it this far for it to end here. We'll be fine. We just have to buy you a little time. I'll send word later. Now get going already.
So this passage runs beneath the whole city, huh? Pretty clean for a Danon sewer.
Are you sure it's safe down here, Rinwell?
It's our emergency evacuation route, so it should be.
You sure it's as secret as you think?
We can use this chance to clear the way for Menek and the others when they follow. Let's go. Enemies show up the moment we do. Are we the reason for it?
We can puzzle over it later.
As if it wasn't weird enough getting into the city through that hole. Why are there so many passages like this around Cisloden? And it doesn't seem like the Snake Eyes use them to get around without being detected either.
Yeah, they don't look like ruins. Do you have any idea, Rinwell?
These passages are sewers. They're underground so the water doesn't freeze, but they're not really unusual in big cities like this one.
Really?
Is there nothing like these back in Calaglia?
Not as far as I know. In Calaglia, anything they wanted to get rid of, like waste or garbage, was simply burned. Including the bodies of dead slaves. I'm not sure why they did that. Maybe it was another way of getting astral energy out of them. Sorry, that took a dark turn, didn't it?
Hey, that looks pretty good.
Got it! If you spot any arch wielders, let me know.
Will do! Much obliged! You're mine! You're on! Astral Arts?
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
Not in your dreams. Here goes!
You're mine! It's over! Dazzle!
Whoa!
Rising Phoenix!
This is it! This
Swallow Blade! This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Hi, Hoodle!
You're mine!
Don't mind if I do.
Crush! Try this!
May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds! Whatever you do, do it! Stay away from the spores!
Crush! Destruction! Take it!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
No choice! Take this! You're finished!
Searing flame!
Destruction!
Reload!
Dazzle!
Lightning orb!
Rising Phoenix!
Lightning condemned!
This one's gonna be tough!
Firmament render!
Inferno Torrent! We managed to pull through.
Right, here goes! Lightning Storm! Rising Phoenix!
Let the marksman handle this.
Destruction!
One more.
Take this!
Mega ray. Lightning orb. Raging cascade.
Crush!
Cyan instant. Into the wind. In here.
Dazzle! Mirage!
Get you all tucked away.
No escape!
Photon art expert. Up and at 'em. Let's go.
We managed to pull through. No choice. Crush! Here I come!
Not in your dreams. Lightning condemn.
Dazzle! Eat dirt!
Thunderbolt. Cover the caster. Here's a healing art. I never miss. This is
It's
it.
over.
Hey, one at a time. Here's a healing art. Number 8.
Swallow blade!
By the power of water.
Destruction!
Get on it now.
You're mine.
Do it.
My turn!
Back into the fray.
Here I come!
One more time.
We can't lay a finger on it.
I prefer that.
You're mine!
What about you?
Just watch and see.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
With this, I can become even stronger.
I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
Get lost. Firmament render.
Destruction! Dazzle!
Mega ray. Arrow
Damn
ball. Here, let me help.
Take this!
Man, that nail. Carry it to shreds.
Destruction!
Dusty nail.
Here I
Freezing
come!
storm.
You're
Art
finished!
expert coming through.
Take this!
I don't mind if I do. You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Photon flash.
Crush!
Dance in the wind.
Mirage!
Seal. This'll come in handy.
Destruction! Take
Lightning
this!
orb. My judgment.
You're mine!
Banana, let's
It's
go.
over!
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
No choice! This one's all mine!
Light astral energy.
Here, let me
You're
help.
mine! Ignite!
Here's a healing art.
It's over!
Seal.
You're mine!
You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
Now,
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
I owe you one! Destruction! Here I come! You're mine!
Cyan instant. The waters of creation.
Be still!
In here.
None shall escape my
I'll be
judgment.
saving this one.
Strike! Lightning thrust! Dazzle!
Gemini Aqua.
Whoa, hey, what is time?
1 at a time. 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 1 at a time
This could be useful. Made it.
Right, here goes! You're mine! Castle!
Not on my watch! I'm only getting...
Hit
Where
time!
are you going?
Flaming thrust! Burn in hell!
Light as now!
You're mine! You're finished!
Here's a healing
Start
arm!
up!
First aid! Big
You're mine!
freezing storm!
You're finished!
There's too many of them!
Demon Fang!
Divine strength! By the power of water!
You're finished!
Sweet dreams!
Demon Fang!
So those are Dan and Astral X. Something you want to say? Not so long as you keep them pointed toward the enemy.
I'm not done!
Arrow Squall! Searing Flame!
Onward and upward. What's this doing here? I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
Get lost!
How about this? Raining
Hang on
Flash!
instant!
Dazzle!
You got company!
Take this!
One more!
You're mine!
This one's all mine!
Not on my watch! Firmament surrender! I'm ready!
This is bad, right?
Yes, Alvin! Very bad!
I don't feel so good.
You picked the wrong fight!
Recover!
I owe you one!
Lightning orb! Do it!
Demon Fang!
Dance
Flaming
in the
thrust!
wind! First
You're up!
aid! Field! Get out of there!
Easy peasy. Ha hoodle.
Looks like we found our mystery resident.
The Snake Eyes must have kept it here in case of intruders.
We can't let it slow us down. Let's finish it and keep moving.
I wasn't expecting something so big.
They want to make sure we don't leave.
Then we'll just have to beat it. For everyone's sake.
Man, tear you to shreds!
Infernal Torrent!
Reload! Dusty nail! Go for the weak point!
It's over! Demon Fang!
Sleep now.
Dazzle!
This will come easy. Here goes. Up and at 'em.
Here I go! No!
Lightning
Can't end here!
I'll bring you back from just a bit. Cover the bastards. Resuscitation.
Lightning thrust!
Here,
You're
let me
on!
help.
You're mine!
First
It's
aid.
over.
Here goes. Confiscated. Mega ray. Light after raging cascade. Dance in the wind.
Dazzle!
Sleep now.
Rising
Here's a healing
Phoenix!
arc. I'll be saving this one. First aid.
Okay, here I go.
Lightning orb.
That move!
Here comes the big one! It's on!
Let's get you all tucked away.
Demon Fang! Not today!
Here I go. Where are you going?
Take this! You're finished!
Just what the doctor Here's a healing arc. First aid.
Okay. More Sukals?
Keep calm and take them down!
Demon Fang!
Reload. Cyan instinct. Photon dance in the
Be
wind.
still! Stardust! You're on!
Let's get you all tucked away.
Flash! Try this!
Let me help!
First aid.
Do they not teach you to say thank you in
You
here?
are in not to a Renin zone.
Rising Phoenix!
I've taken too much damage!
Be still! You'll pay for that!
I'll bring you back from gonna smart. I can't heal you forever. Here's a healing arc.
Be still!
May 1,000 gales
You're
tear
on.
you to shreds. Cyan instant. Dusty nail. Into the fray.
What's happening? If you can't fight, just hang back!
I didn't say any of that. None, sir. I can find judgment. Do it. Get back, you astral energy. Full throttle.
Ready to go!
Cyan instant. I never agree.
Stay away from my friends! It's gonna attack!
Right, watch
Be
out!
still!
I was overconfident.
The doctor ordered.
It's over?
May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds.
Ionia.
Photon slash. Dance in the wind.
You're mine!
Ready to go.
You're finished! Try harder!
Gemini Aqua.
Be still! Stardust!
By the power of water.
You're on! You're mine! Slack! Demon Fang!
One more.
Try harder! Lightning Thrust! You're on!
Ready to go!
Demon Fang!
You're bruised all over. Did you even notice?
Guess I got carried away.
I'm not always going to be around to heal you, you know.
You picked the wrong fight!
Lightning orb. Ready to go.
Take it!
Over?
Cyan instant.
I was overconfident.
Lightning condemns. Thunderblade.
There!
Poodle.
Take this! Demon Fang!
I can't move! I wasn't expecting something so big!
They want to make sure we don't leave.
Then we'll just have to beat it. For everyone's sake. Steering
Rising Phoenix!
Firmament render. Reload.
Go for the weak point!
Arrow. One mega ray. By the power of water. Dance in the wind.
I'm not done!
Here. Steering flame. Reload.
You're mine!
Condemn. Mega ray. Thunderbolt.
Dazzle.
Gemini Aqua. I can do this all day. By the
It's gonna attack!
Right,
Demon
watch
Fang!
out!
Here's a healing arc. Feel
Did
it.
you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
Liquid stop.
Demon Fang! Be still!
By the power of water.
You're on!
Here, let
Let me help.
Not today!
Thanks. Take this!
May a thousand gales tear
Demon
your
Fang!
wings! Reload!
Mirage!
Gusty nails! One more! Confiscating!
Demon Fang!
Dance in the wind!
Lightning, try harder!
Let Astral Energy!
Demon Fang! Dazzle!
I never miss!
Demon Fang!
It looks like you got this one covered!
Dazzle!
Freezing storm! Photon dance
Demon
in the
Fang!
wind!
Lightning
Here.
thrust! Rising
Here's a
Phoenix!
healing arc! Get on in there with the others!
Slash! Infernal Torrent! You're mine!
I'll be
It's
saving
over.
this one! Reload! Here's a healing
Slash.
arc! Lightning orb!
Try this.
First aid! Where that came from!
Infernal-
Astral lightning condemned! Sighted! Thunderblade!
Take
Mega
this!
Ray!
You're finished!
Gemini
I'm not
Onslaught!
feeling so great.
Here's a healing arc! Hey, first aid!
It's on!
Searing May a thousand gales carry you to shreds!
Strike.
I'm out! I'm all stuffed up! Rusty nail! By the power of water!
You're
Now.
mine! Still!
Gemini, this ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Here's a healing arc!
Here
Lightning
I come! Demon
condemned!
Fang! Changing tactics!
There's no telling what it'll do!
Rising
Stay
Phoenix.
focused! Here, let's vanquish darkness!
Now I can let loose.
The enemy is going all out! Storm! Diva, cover the caster! Ice tornado! That move!
You picked the wrong... Here comes the big one!
I never miss! Firmament render!
Take this!
Giant instant!
Mirage!
Here, let me help! First aid!
I owe you one! Demon
Dance
Fang!
in the wind!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down.
Banana, let's go! Lightning condemned!
Demon Fang! Be still!
Raging cascade! Here, let me help! Sleep now! Aid!
Lightning thrust! Mirage!
Dance in the wind! Here I go! Feel! I'm only getting started! This'll come in handy! A whirling struggle!
Demon Fang!
Magic
Be
is in!
still! Mirage!
Flame of fury! A freezing storm!
Try this! Infernal Torrent!
More sucrose?
Keep calm and take them down! Not on my watch!
Okay, here I go!
Recover! Light axe dance in the wind!
Demon Fang!
Sleep now! Get on in there with the others!
Demon Fang!
You're bruised all over. Did you even notice?
Guess so. Carried away.
I'm not always going to be around to heal you, you know.
Be still!
This is bad, right?
Yes, Alvin! Very bad!
I don't
never
feel so
miss.
good. Nicely done, Xion.
You're flat. Step it up.
Yeah,
Here, let me
you
help.
got it.
First aid! Take that! Lightning
Demon Fang!
Thunderblade!
Demon
Here,
Fang!
let me help.
First aid!
Lightning thrust!
Thunderblade!
Rising Phoenix!
Freezing storm.
Ice tornado!
Demon Fang!
It's too much.
Healing arc!
Lightning thrust!
First aid!
Let's try harder!
Bullseye!
Lightning thrust!
Art expert, come through! The enemy is going all out!
Demon Fang!
I can feel the
Whirling
medicine working.
struggle! Magic is in! I'm out of ammo!
Demon Fang! Try harder!
Mega Ray!
Lightning thrust!
Gemini
Soda!
Raging Cascade!
Mirage!
By the power of water!
Can't move.
Seal!
Demon
The
Fang!
sky is mine! Burning strike!
Dazzle!
A banana!
Mirage!
Bullseye!
Demon Fang! Here I come! Demon Fang!
Dance in the wind!
Dazzle!
Sleep now!
I hope this
I'll be
medicine
safe!
Be still!
Burning
Mirage! You're mine!
A new lease on life.
Thunderblade!
It's
This one's
on!
mine.
Take this!
Dance in the wind!
Not
Mind
today!
if I do?
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
Demon Fang!
Do it.
Mirage! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Come on, let's hurry.
You okay?
Bregan? What are you doing here?
When I heard the Snake Eyes had attacked, I figured you'd probably be headed this way sooner or later. Come on, it won't be long before they sniff us out. We need to find safer ground.
What about the others we left behind?
Menek can handle himself. Have a little faith. Come on, follow me.
I hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help.
Hopefully it's nothing that'll be too hard to deal with.
Hey. Right. How many of these hideouts do you guys have exactly?
Enough. You can never be too careful these days. We even keep some of them secret from each other. So long as you don't let anyone tail you, you're welcome to use them as you please.
So what's our plan of action?
We're still going to rescue Zephyr, right?
That goes without saying. If only we knew where he was, we could...
Hey! You're gonna want to see this!
Found guilty of all charges. The Calaglian dissident will forthwith be executed in witness of His Excellency Lord Ganabelt. Clause 2 of the Special Curfew Act has been initiated with immediate effect throughout the realm. All Danans not involved in special duties or corrective labor must remain indoors until further notice and watch the execution broadcast. Any citizens found in breach of this protocol will be arrested as dissidents. This is a direct order. Repeat, this is a
You think they're
public
talking about your
announcement.
friend?
But Law said... I thought we had days, not hours.
Looks like it's been brought forward.
Just hold on. Where do you think you're going? We don't even have a plan yet.
Screw the damn plan! If we don't leave now, Zephyr's going to be murdered!
Alphen, we've got to go. The clock's ticking.
We've all gotta go some way, I guess.
We'll join up with you afterwards. We might be able to create a diversion.
Good idea. Let's go. We have to get to the plaza. What's going on? Why did the execution get moved up?
Calm down. We don't know enough to... say... All done. Come...
is the execution.
Hey, you lot! Trespassers! Think the curfew doesn't apply to you?
Uh-oh.
Doesn't seem like there's any other.
Wait!
No choice then. Look sharp, everyone!
Zephyr's still okay, isn't he?
The sooner we take care of these guys, the sooner we can rescue him.
If you have time to talk, maybe you could focus on the task at hand?
How about you stop telling us what to do?
Lightning! Raising the stage now!
Mow him down!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Demon Fang!
My judgment!
Dazzle! Rising Phoenix!
Ray!
Demon Fang!
Damn, there's just no end to these guys. Zephyr!
Attention, citizens, subjects, and slaves of Cyslodia. I, Lord Ganabelt Valkyris, do formally open these proceedings. Behold! The brazen worm who would dare threaten the peace and order of our fair city. As if his scheme weren't foolish enough, he then made the mistake of thinking he could hide it. Take heed, Danans, and engrave this edict into your souls. Such fools' right to life in Cyslodia shall be forfeit. Now, embedded, you should listen carefully. Before my final verdict, I am prepared to offer you an unprecedented chance at mercy. Where are your comrades? Give them up before those assembled, and I shall spare you your life. Fine time I have. If you're so tremendously determined to suffer for the sake of your allies, then I will see to it that you do. Well, feeling the urge to tell everyone yet?
Just what do you want me to say?
First, tell the people about the mistakes you made. Then, the whereabouts of your friends.
Mistakes, huh? Where to start? I've made so many in my life that I've lost count. All my life I've had to fight, but I have known nothing but loss. I was so caught up in the struggle to survive in this world that I ended up neglecting my own family. I have lost so many good friends. I even lost my wife and my son. I'll never be able to fix these mistakes. Not a single one.
It sounds to me as if the greatest mistake of your life was never learning to stay down when you were beaten.
A good man once told me if I take up this fight, I'd have to pay a price. Turns out he was right. After all, the very people and things I was fighting to protect the most were payment. I don't regret keeping up the fight for a second. But still, not a single day goes by when I do not think about what I have lost. Not telling others how much they truly meant to me before it was too late. That is your answer. That's the greatest mistake of my life. Do yourselves a favor and never become like me. Don't continue to make the same mistakes until it's too late to fix them. Ask yourself what it is you couldn't bear to lose. What do you want to protect with all of your might? Then hold on and never let go!
That's quite enough.
Listen to that voice deep inside of you. Together, no wall can hold you back. And the same goes for the ones the Lord made you build inside your own hearts.
You still hanging in there, Dad?
Oh, you saved me.
Damn you. I've been such an idiot.
My son, I need to...
Now's not exactly the best time to catch up. There's still a lord in need of beating.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So you're the son, are you? I thought I'd ordered for you to be relieved of your duties until all this was over. I'll see to it the person at fault is reprimanded appropriately.
What?
Oh, well. You've served your purpose more excellently than anyone could have hoped.
Zephyr!
If it isn't the infamous Alphen of Calaglia. And he's joined by his fellow conspirators, the likes of Traitor and a Danon Witch.
They're not conspirators. They're friends. And they're not alone!
Oh, Minnick! You finally made it!
Your reign is over right now! You hear me, Ganabelt?
The Master Core's acting up. What is it?
Minnick?
I was hoping to drag this out a little longer.
But that's a Master Core. What?
No, Dad!
So the Master Cores react to each other, I see. How interesting. You can drop the act. It's over.
All this time, it was really you?
Every second.
You stand before the Lord of Cyslodia, Ganabelt Valkyris in the flesh.
You mean a Renin Lord's been leading the Danon resistance?
You're not the only one skilled in the art of deception, you know. A mere side vocation in my own case, but sufficient in bringing the blazing sword of Calaglia to my doorstep.
All of this was just to get to me?
Alvin! Zephyr is...
Dad! Dad!
That's a special poison. Ordinary healing arts will do you no good. I wouldn't fret about it, friends. You'll all be dead soon enough.
Don't even think of escaping, dissident!
We need to hurry. Otherwise,
We're not getting out of here without a fight.
No! No!
Alphen?
Hold nothing back! Demon Fang!
Burning strike!
Fall back! Lightning thrust!
Divine!
Lightning
None
thrust!
shall escape my
Mirage! This
judgment!
one's all
Filled
mine!
with darkness!
Try this!
Ray!
Infernal
Raging
Torrent!
cascade!
Here I come! It's
In
on!
here!
Lightning thrust! Fall back! Rising
There
Phoenix!
for the stockpile!
Demon Fang!
Primed and ready! The waters of
You're mine!
Arch
Slash!
shield!
Try this!
Tidal wave!
Infernal Torrent! Demon Fang! Ah! Demon Fang!
Giant instant! Lightning condense! Thunderblade!
Take this!
Freezing
Lightning
storm!
thrust! Mirage! I have no limits! Demon Fang! Ignite!
Firmament
Lightning
render!
thrust! Mirage!
Mega
Locked and loaded!
Dazzle! By the
Mirage! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
May 1,000 gales tear you to
Demon
shreds!
Fang! Fire support!
Freezing storm!
Demon Fang!
Fire in
the hole! You're finished!
Dance in the wind!
Fall back!
Air thrust!
Mission!
Damn it! They got us outgunned.
And all while we're on the defensive.
Dad! Dad, come on! Stay with me!
All this trouble to buy yourself a few extra seconds before you die?
You bastard! Ugh!
They've fled. They'll be back, though. Draw up a welcome party. We'll be ready when they return.
Did we lose them?
Looks like it for now.
Come on, even if we did lose them, they'll be after us soon enough. Besides, we have Zephyr to worry about. The sooner we get back to the safe house, the better.
Zephyr.
Let's get to the safe house, quick.
Please, open your eyes!
I'm sorry. I can't stop the poison's advance.
Thank you.
Zephyr!
The struggle's in your hands now. Oh. Are you there, my son?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, Dad. Please just...
Oh. I can't see you. Are you there? Oh. Oh. Listen. I've always...
Dad. This can't be. No, it can't. We never... I didn't. And now he's gone.
I had a feeling we might have a rat among us. But to be Menek of all people...
So what do we do now?
I'm going.
Law.
That bastard Ganabelt will pay.
You have to know that Ganabelt will be expecting us. This is all an obvious trap.
I don't give a damn if it is! There's no way I'm letting that bastard get away with this!
He's right, you know. Ganabelt. Mess with the wrong people.
Alphen, you can't just...
Weren't you the one who said you wanted to take on the Lords? Or would you rather go back to Calaglia?
I won't allow you to put words in my mouth. All I'm saying is we shouldn't rush things.
I don't need any of you coming along. The score is mine to settle.
You're not the only one who wants to avenge Zephyr's death.
He's right. Besides, if we don't take him on right now, we may never get another opportunity.
If you're going, that means you're going to need the blazing sword. If we do this, we can't afford to make any mistakes.
Are you really sure?
You can ask us again after we've defeated the Lord.
Please, allow me to help you as well. Think of it as an apology for getting you into this whole mess. It's the least I can do. Feel free to use anything in here you might need.
Aren't you worried about getting ambushed?
Impossible. I built this hideout with my own 2 hands, Menek. No Ganabelt doesn't know it exists.
Then let's go. Time to avenge Zephyr and free the realm's people.
I forgot to mention this before, but any enemies we go up against with real hard defenses, you just leave them to me.
Hard defenses? You mean like enemies with shields and things like that?
Shields, shells, armor, whatever. When you attack those kinds of enemies from the front, your blows mostly get blocked, right?
Sure. So you're saying you have a counter?
It's nothing fancy. Let's just say I have a knack for busting open tough, sturdy stuff. It's hard to explain, but I focus my energy and then hit a specific point with everything I've got. If I do it right, their defenses come crumbling down.
Really? But without astral arts, how could you possibly...
If he says he can do it, then he can do it. We can trust him.
Thanks, Alphen. Although, between you and me, right now there's nothing I want to bash in more than Ganabelt's stupid, smug face.
I think you'll get your chance soon enough, Law.